Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, in this video we are going to learn how to design a shopping cart page and get all the datas of our add to cart. So guys, as we have seen that in previous video we did add to cart option, right? So this add to cart option data we are going to fetch on a page. So guys, let's get started. So first let's move to our nav bar over there and create one cart button. So let's move to our React application. Okay, so here is our front end nav bar over here. Let's move below. Let's copy this, paste again, make this as cart, where this cart link. Perfect. So now guys, let's create a route for this. So let's get back to our public route, where let's copy and paste and create a URL, guys, that will be cart, and the name for this we are going to give cart. Copy this, and component name also we are going to create cart. So guys, let's import this. Okay, copy and paste, Control X, paste over here, and let's go to component front end, and I want cart.js file. Okay, so let's move to front end folder. So component front end, inside front end I want to create the file with the name cart.js. All set. So guys, our file is created, and now let's begin with importing and creating the page design. So before that, let's see that cart button has come over here and your cart is ready. So to save time, let's copy and paste. Just copy from here itself and paste. We don't want to use some things. Close the function, create the function name with the cart, export default cart. Okay, and now guys, we need a user effect also. So let's copy user effect, copy this fully, user effect function, and paste. Let's remove this, we don't require over here, and change this to cart and remove all the parameters. Now we need to remove this also. We just need history. Okay, and we'll redirect to home page if it is 401. So 401 means unauthorized, you are not logged in. If it's success means you are going to set. So what you are going to set, guys, that is your cart data. So let's give set cart and response.data.cart values. Okay, so guys, let's create a use state. So let's copy and paste, copy the set cart and create an array for this. Just create cart. Perfect, guys. Now we will set the loading first, guys. Let's get back. Okay, let's copy this loading, paste, and return function. Open, and let's copy the design, guys, from here itself. Let's move, just copy till here and end the div tags, guys. So this row is done. One more row, all set, and the final row for the above div. Yep, let's make this to 4 and we make this to home and remove all this we don't require, make it to cart. Perfect. So just copy and paste, guys, this one, column MD12, where your all the table data here will be cart data. Okay, save, and let's see. Okay, so we have not created the API for this, so it's showing loading. Okay, so guys, let's comment this for right now and see the output first. So you can see cart and cart data. So guys, now let's design the table to fetch all the data. So let's begin with the table design, guys. So first up, we are design the div where class name is equal to table responsive, and inside this you are going to start with the table structure, guys. So guys, let me just finish and show you the output. So guys, this is the table design now over here. Let's minimize this sidebar. Okay, so inside my table head I have given image, product, price, quantity, total price, and remove, and inside the table body I have designed this. Okay, so this is my small design, guys, and we have to get data and show over here. So before that, let's see the output once. So guys, this is our output structure. If you don't know how to design this, please watch out the previous video, or else go to the getbootstrap.com and just copy this design, guys. So yep, let's get back, and now let's fetch the data, guys. So first let's uncomment all the codes and go to our Laravel application and create a route with this API. Okay, so let's get back. So guys, let's route : with the get method we are going to paste that cart, comma, and we are going to cart controller. Let's copy this and paste and make this to view cart. Okay, so copy and go to your cart controller and create a view function, public function where view cart function name, and here guys you need to check the authentication first. So let's copy this. This is auth check. If the user is logged in, then he can fetch the data, else you can just show the message that login to view cart data. Okay, so you can get this message. This is 401, where you can see that inside your Axios condition that we have set over here, 401 status 401. Okay, so this will push, or else this will give like it takes time. So for that, guys, we have another condition. So let's set it over here itself. So I have done the code, guys. Let me just paste. Here is it. So local storage of auth token, if it is there, means then you'll be executing all the condition. If it's not there, then you are going to push with this message login to go to your cart page. Okay, so save, guys, and yep, let's get back to our Laravel application, and over here we have to check the cart data. So first let's get the user ID, authenticated user of ID. So authenticated of what? Auth of Sanctum. So let's copy and paste that Sanctum. So this will give the authentication of Sanctum user. So right now you can see that I have logged in. Okay, so let's get back here. $cart items is equal to your cart model : where get function, and inside this where you are going to check user ID. That authenticated user ID data is there, means you are going to get that data. Okay, and let's send in a response. So let's copy this, send that, where you will tell this cart, and get this output outside. So this cart variable we have fetched in our Axios if condition. So inside this Axios you can see response.data.cart. Okay, just paste that, and we have set to cart, and from this cart you will get all the datas. So guys, now let's try to fetch that. So let's copy this cart and go below. So now guys, let's loop the datas, because we have multiple datas inside this. Just open and close curly brace where cart dot map function, and inside this map function pass the items variable, arrow function, open and close curly brace, type return, open and close parenthesis. Okay, and now let me just cover this gap. Let's cut this and just paste after this table row ending. Okay, done. Let's push. All set, guys, and now you can just loop and see that. So let's put this cart dot your product. What is that? Let's see our database. So we have the ID, product ID, right? So let's print product ID only. Product underscore ID, save, and let's go to cart. Okay, it's redirecting back. Let's see why. Let's go back to our Laravel, and here we didn't set the status, so make sure you are adding 200 status, or else you'll be redirecting again and again to 401. Okay, so yep guys, let's go to cart, and perfect. So here is our product ID did not come. Let's check once again. We have product underscore ID. Let's see the spelling over there. Okay, cart. Oops, we have to take this item, guys. So item dot product ID, not cart. Cart we have multiple datas. Okay, so you can see 1 and 2. Perfect. So now guys, let's use a belongs to relationship and get the exact product name. Let's get back, go to our cart model. Okay, so this is my cart model, and create a function, public function with the name called product function, where $this belongs to function. Go to your product model, colon colon class, comma, inside single quotes you are going to pass the foreign key, and then your product table primary key ID. Okay, and now guys, this is for your blade and all, but if you want to use JavaScript or jQuery, you want this relationship data, you need to pass with function. Okay, so just let's use with producted $width is equal to where you'll pass this. So let's keep this in a square bracket, guys. So this is how we can call our relationship in JavaScript or jQuery. Done, guys, and I forgot to return this, so let's return, and let's get back to our React application. So now guys, instead of product ID, let's get to product table dot the product table name. Okay, so this will be our column name, guys. So let's save and see the output once. So let's refresh once again. Perfect, so you can see the output. Cool, guys. So same way we are going to fetch the product image, the price, and whatever the quantity you have stored. So let's get back. Yep, let's copy this and paste inside this alt tag. This is the product name, and here use a backtick, guys, and call your domain name. So this is my domain, localhost 1000, where $open and close curly brace, call the image field. Okay, and backtick, close. Remove this backtick, save, guys, done. And call this selling underscore price, and the quantity. So this we are not going to get from the product table, instead we have to get from our cart table. Okay, so cart table product underscore QTY we have stored, product underscore QTY, and this calculation we have to do, guys, for this total pricing. Just need to do like item dot product dot selling underscore price into your quantity. Okay, that's it. So see the output. Perfect. You can see guys that quantity is 3 and it is multiplied correctly. So now guys, once if you don't have any product inside this cart, so what at that time? Let me just show you. So I'll remove this user ID 2 I'm going to give 2 and refresh. So you can see no product is visible, right? But instead of showing this table, we need to show that your cart is empty. So for that case guys, we are going to do the condition and just put this in a if else condition. So you can just start from here where cart HTML is equal to null, and let's use if condition. If your cart, so which cart? This cart, your use state of cart dot length 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 is greater than 0. If it is more, then only you can show the output. So let's tell cart underscore HTML is equal to the same variable. Okay, so just need to copy and paste and take this table responsive fully. So let's Control X and just paste that over here. All set guys. So let me just minimize this. Let's get back to else condition. If there is less than 0, then you are going to show. Let's take this. So let me just paste. Okay, and same way you are going to assign it. So done, and let's take this cart HTML and paste. All set guys. Let's get back and you can see that your shopping cart is empty. Let's change the user ID as 1 as it was 1. Refresh now. Perfect. So guys, we have successfully done how to handle our shopping cart page and fetch the data into it. So guys, let's continue in next videos where we'll see about how to do quantity increment and automatically is update the prices. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like and share.